I'm Jay Inman. This is my beautiful bride, Jan. We've been married 38 years. This is our story of the journey that God put us on for financial freedom.
So when we got married in 1982, we were 23, and we knew this much about budgeting. Zero. We didn't even know what a budget was. We just lived basically paycheck to paycheck. And a lot of times we couldn't even make it to the end of the paycheck. When we were first married, we had $10,000 worth of student loan debt. So we were already behind the power curve. And then as we had 4 kids, of course, kids are very expensive. So the credit cards just kept going up and up and up. And I don't even know how much we owed. It was way over $20,000 plus mortgage and then
Cars.
Yeah, lots of debt.
I did the math at one point. Now, we did not owe $1 million, but if we paid only the minimums on all of our debt, to include the house that God blessed us with, we would pay over $1 million to finally liquidate all that debt, and we'd be in our 80s.
2006, we were at Steve Holt's church, and he was talking about Malachi 3:10. And we had always tithed, but we weren't really serious about tithing. We got more serious as we heard that, and we decided to do what Steve and Liz did.
Steve told us one Sunday, the whole church, about putting checkbooks, bills, credit cards in a stack on a table and putting all their hands on it, asking for God's blessing, first to tithe, and then to figure out the rest of it. In Malachi 3:10, it says, "Bring your tithes to the storehouse so that my house will have food." Now, that wasn't just food for the priests and the Levites. That was food for the poor. That was food for the religious leaders, the political leaders of Israel to use to serve people, to do all those things, protect the innocent, defend the defenseless, rescue the poor from wickedness. Tithing means you take 10% and give it to the Lord. We got involved in the Financial Peace Program, and we started off with all the small stuff first. We started paying the small stuff and then rolling those over to paying the larger stuff. God's tremendous blessings, putting me back at the company where I work, great place to work, and the tremendous blessings that came from that. By just the last election in 2020, we were at a place where the only debt that we owed was our house, our $500,000 house.
And so we bought the house in 2012 with a 30-year loan, thinking, well, we'll probably be around 90 when we pay off our house.
Or the life insurance would pay for it.
Yeah. And miraculously, God saw that we paid off the house in 8 years, which totally blew us away, and we know is only a blessing of God because of his abundant goodness to us. And I think it's because we tithed and we were obedient, and it took time to pay off those bills, but in time, God did an amazing thing. I'm still blown away that we paid it off in 8 years. So on his birthday, October the 18th, we had our family over.
We took the mortgage
Yeah.
note, and we pounded stakes at each corner of our house. They're still there. And then we went to our fire pit over here, and we burned the mortgage note.
And we named this house Bethel Baroka, which means house of
Yes.
blessing. When we first moved in, we really committed it to the Lord and to serving him. We've had lots of people stay here, and we just wanted to give of our resources and our time and our money to the Lord, and he's been exceedingly abundantly more gracious than we could have ever imagined.